Hi guys, my name is Kaylee and welcome back to my channel. I make content here on YouTube about fashion and a little bit of lifestyle and beauty as well. So today I thought it would be fun if we did something a little bit different together. And I recently was searching online and I found a website called Babylon Leather where they make kits for making your own leather bag. Now, I have sewn leather before, but not really anything more than like sewing buttons onto one of my leather trench coat. So I thought it would be really fun if we learned how to make a leather bag together. So today we are going to be making the Lindy bag together. And I bought the kit, and the kit seems to include everything you would need to make the bag. I got it in a size medium. Inside is included this, and I don't know what this is, but it's black plastic. It looks like in here, this little bit of styrofoam, my handles are included and they're already made, which is nice because it probably would have been difficult figuring out how to make handles. Then it includes a lot of pieces that I'm not really sure what their job is. But the nice thing about Babylon Leather is it looks like online they have YouTube videos with tutorials on how to make every one of their bags. It looks like I get the pleasure of sewing the zipper in, which is going to be just buckets of fun, I'm sure. So I thought this would be a fun craft for us to learn how to make together. I will say it has a really nice leather smell. I mean, I'm not an expert on leather quality, but the leather quality feels nice. But I think I'll give you like my whole perspective on like the leather quality and like if I would recommend doing this after I finish making it. Because I think right now I can give you like my opinion, but it won't really be based in anything. So we'll see how the bag comes out. Okay, we're sewing the zippers first. It even like includes in the videos how much thread you're gonna need, which is nice because I wouldn't know how to guess that. I've never actually sewn the way they have you do it, which is they have me put a needle on either end. I've never done that before. I also haven't worked with a waxed thread before. I know that's fairly typical of like leather crafting, but it's still a new experience. When I've sewn leather in the past, I've used like really thick polyester thread. It's having me start with the zipper. Basically, the sewing method is you have two needles. I don't know how to explain it, but the video, like, I'm hoping you're watching me do it and you're getting the picture of what I'm doing. So I bring this needle through to this side. So that way you get a really neat stitch that comes out on both sides. So then I take this needle to the stitch below, and then I have this gap. Then I put this needle through. I feel like I'm like over explaining this, considering that if you decide to do this, there's a tutorial online. But it is an interesting way of sewing and it creates a very nice looking seam. So I feel like so far I'm kind of impressed with how it's coming out. The only thing I will say, and I burned the ends of my thread, some soot spread. Whoopsie-daisy. I feel like this is a good part to start learning on. I mean, that took me a while because I was learning how to do it. It came out really nice. I've now finished the two zippers. The first one took a lot longer. I feel like I got through the second one a lot quicker. And it's pretty easy to get the hang of. Once it all burnt, you just press it in and then that's how you finish it. I feel like I did a nice job on these. And as you can see, I picked the yellow color because it's my favorite color and I think it's so cute. If it took me that long to just do these two zippers, I'm I feel like it's gonna take me a while to finish this bag. Tells me to find the bag lid, which I think is this. And it looks like the first thing I sew is just this. I feel as though there's a lot of small details on this bag, and I think this may be a hard one to start with just because I think it's going to take a long time. Generally, I think it's fairly easy to do this because the tutorials are extremely user friendly. But I do think the more details that are on the bag, the more complex sewing them becomes. I'm sure a lot of people would be interested in the fact that they have like a Birkin and Kelly lookalike you could make. But I think that would be a hard one to start with just because I think it would take a fair amount of time to create. So far, I have not done anything to sew up the actual bag, but I am sewing the lock piece on. And I have to say, this right now is kind of a hard part because it's a little bit blind. Like, you can't totally see the other side while you're sewing it. And it's a little difficult. But this is how it's going. And I think it looks really nice. I feel like if you want to make one of these bags, I would recommend it. I think it's a lot of fun. I feel like I'm learning a new skill, and I feel like this is a fairly easy way to learn at least how to sew up a leather bag. After you sort of got the hang of learning to sew the leather bags, I think they have tools for like completely making your own that you could invest in, and I legitimately have thought about that because I thought it would be very fun. Learning to sew it is like a fun place to start, and I think it's coming together really cute. I'll continue to update you on the process as I make this bag. It's going well. So I'm just finishing up sewing the strap, and I feel like I've been sewing this. I mean, I haven't included all the clips of me sewing. Some of it has been independently me sewing while I watch Parks and Rec. But I feel like I've been sewing for a while, and at least the first part has been slow moving. I feel like I haven't made a lot of progress. I have sewn this on. I have sewn around this small circle and the two zippers. And the strap was quite big, so it actually took me a while to sew. With projects like this though, the initial details and like figuring out how to do it take a long time, and then it gets quicker. It has been a lot of sewing for not a lot of reward so far. This is my strap all completely sewn. It doesn't fit. What? Okay, I have to sew up two of the inner pockets next, just like this. I have done a lot of sewing, absolutely zero assembling of the bag. And I've been working on this for an hour and a half. So this is not a quick project. I am just about finished with making my second pocket, which is very exciting. I don't know. This is a long project. I really thought I could finish this in one day. And I still think I can, but it's going to take a lot longer than I thought it would. I was always very good at crafts when I was a kid. I'm good at figuring things out, and I really enjoy this, actually. I am quite happy with how this is going. It's moving a little slower than I had hoped, but it is moving. I have sewn together two pockets. So the next thing I have to do is sew the outer part of the pocket on in some manner, apparently, which is good because I don't like this material. I really can't stand this material. Oh, wow, this is really detail oriented. Okay, I'm not sure I'm doing this right. I feel as though I've done this wrong in some manner. Okay, somewhere here I went wrong. But this getting the pocket in, I'm having a hard time visualizing. I have a sneaky suspicion I'm not doing it right. Yeah, this is I think right. That took me a second to figure out. So far, the pockets are the most challenging thing I've done. Like, all of it's been time consuming, but not necessarily challenging, but the pockets take a little more attention. Do not be fooled by my confused expression. This is how it's supposed to be done. Okay, wait. Now I think we're cooking. I hope you have enjoyed this deeply. I have to repeat this when I finish this pocket and for the second pocket, and I will need to watch the video again to understand it. The pockets were, I think, the biggest challenge. Figuring it out took quite a few watches of the video instructions, and I'm not entirely positive I did it exactly how they said, but I do think it is a functional pocket that will work. And that feels good. This is a real adventure. But I'm quite proud of that. The only problem is that took a really long time, and I have to do it again. Maybe after I am finished with the pockets, I can start assembling a little bit. That would be very exciting. I mean, the pocket feels good. I feel like I did something here. I have officially finished both pockets. I'm not totally sure I did it 100% correctly, but they seem functional and they look nice. I feel like that's good enough for me. I did watch the instructions like multiple times. The next phase is the inside lining of the pockets, and I think I just sew around here, but let us see what they say because I don't totally know. I don't actually sew these together, but they just want me to combine them. And then I'm supposed to find the bottom piece. Oh, I'm putting nails in. Ooh, this is exciting. This is actually assembling something. I feel like I'm getting somewhere. I'm not like totally sure I understand how this bag even goes together though, right now. But at some point, I will have put it together. What's depressing is I've been working on it for 2 hours, and I'm really 9 minutes into the 24-minute tutorial, which tells me I have a long process to go. And it comes with these little caps to go on top. So I'll put these on. Yes, Leah, I love you too. Do you guys see a tongue licking my ear? I'm a very lucky dog mom. I always say, you know, you have a decent life when your biggest problem is you find it difficult to deal with how much your dogs love you. And I do find it difficult to deal with how much they love me sometimes because they are pushy and demanding. But my dogs loving me so much is not a real problem. Granted, I do have real problems, but it looks like I'm like at the sewing side pieces together. This is so exciting. I'm putting the bag together. So I am just about to finish up sewing the sides of the purse to the bottom. I feel like this is coming along very well. I think the Lindy bag is kind of a long project, but I am having fun learning this new skill. This is definitely a beginner-friendly project, as I'm a beginner, but it is not a quick beginner-friendly project. Where's the lighter? There we are. Ta-da! Okay. Now I have to sew all of the handles on. I have done it. After many hours, it was daylight when I started this. I have sewn all the handles onto the bag. I'm gonna watch the video, figure out what's next, and now my fiance's home from work, so we're gonna watch TV together and I'm gonna work on it in the living room. So while watching TV with my fiance, I just worked on attaching the zippers to the top of the bag. So I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of that process, and I feel like slowly this bag is coming together really well. Okay, so it's the next morning from when I started this purse project. I admittedly worked on it for about 7 hours yesterday. I completed getting the back and top sewn together with all the zippers being installed. And then I have the bottom and the sides completely sewn together. And then I think there should only be a couple more steps, but I think they'll be long steps because it's gonna take a lot of thread to put this together. I'm hoping to finish it today. I was hoping the project wouldn't take 7.5 hours, but we are where we are. I'm so proud. I have the front and back. I have the sides. I just need to put it together and finish up the straps. Okay. It took the better part of 2 days, and I haven't even finished it yet, but the purse is together, and I have to figure out how to turn it inside out. Sure. This is not going well. How do you... I think I'm close. This is quite challenging. I did it. Just kidding. Ta-da! This is it so far. Time to figure out what to do next. I sewed on the top handle for the bag, and I installed the hardware, and then the final thing I have to do is just sew up right here, and then I should be done. Okay, so I have finished the bag. This is it all completed, and I'm absolutely so thrilled with how it turned out. I love the yellow color. I think it's so cute. I really enjoy the side pockets, as well as the fact that you can carry the bag like this or as a shoulder bag. Inside the purse, it doesn't look it, but actually it opens up and there's a ton of space on the inside, which I think is wonderful as well. If any of you guys are interested in trying to learn to make your own bags, I think Babylon Leather did a really good job on all the tutorials, and I had a lot of fun making this purse. I would say the leather quality is good, but it's not amazing. But I think for what you're doing, which is learning to make a leather purse, it has really nice quality. It's a nice pebbled leather finish. I just think some of my nicer designer bags obviously feel a lot higher quality. Now I know they make Birkin and Kelly look-alike kits that you can make at home. I do believe you can get those kits in a Togo leather, and I'd be really interested to compare the quality of just the basic pebbled leather that I got to the Togo leather, because I bet that would be really, I think I would probably notice the difference. That being said, for what you're doing, I think learning to sew the bag on a more basic quality leather makes the process of making the purse a lot easier, which I was really grateful for. So I would definitely recommend using Babylon Leather if you want to learn to make your own purse. And I hope you enjoyed watching this sort of mini vlog of me making my own purse. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Kaylee again, and have an excellent day, and bye!